Have you ever let someone buy you clothes only for them to be the ugliest graphic t-shirts imaginable, and then you wear it in public because you don't want to let that person down? But it looks like you're wearing a children's t-shirt, so no one wants to talk to you and be your friend because you are wearing a children's t-shirt. So in order to fix this, I have to redesign really bad graphic t-shirts. But you may be asking yourself, what t-shirts? Well, Monday morning, July 28th. The day was young and I was younger. We're going to Five Below right now. Show the Five Below. Isn't it beautiful? I always feel wrong walking in here because I feel like there's like 50 million kids here. It's like the opposite of like an adult store, you know? It's just like, it's all right, let's just go inside. All right, Steph, you're gonna pick out the 2 worst t-shirts on that wall.
Well, I know you like this one.
I like the Kentucky Fried Chicken one, but you're not gonna choose that one, right?
I got that dog in me, chicken tendies, lactose tolerant.
Well, I got that dog in me, but they don't have that one here. All right, so we got the chicken tendies shirt, got the lactose intolerant shirt.
It's actually lactose tolerant.
Oh, sorry. All right, we are back from Five Below now with my selection of t-shirts. I want to see how these fit. I did get a medium in this one. Usually I wear a large because I'm a little tall. Does this look fire? Does this look good? Yes, yes, yeah. Oh God, this one looks so much worse. This one fits a lot better. I like this one a little more, solely because Steph, she is actually lactose intolerant and I love dairy. So I feel like it's fitting that I now have a lactose tolerant shirt. Still doesn't mean I like it though. So now that we have our 2 shirts and a secret third one that I'll show you later, it's now time to make them look better. So naturally, the first thing that we should do is completely redesign them from the ground up. So to start, we are here on Tapstitch and we're going to go through their selection of clothing items and see what stands out. I gotta say, this one is quite the interesting shirt. Don't think I'm gonna roll with that one. I really like this shirt. I like the longer sleeves, shorter cut at the bottom. I have an idea for the lactose tolerant shirt and I think it would work well with this basic tee. So to start, I opened up Photoshop to find my image and lay out the text around it. As for what the text said, I had an idea for that. I wanted some corny facts about lactose, so of course we had to hit up ChatGPT. What is this account? Buck Rubio? To be clear, this is the only time I believe generative AI is acceptable. Like, the BS is so bad and corny that it's perfect for what I'm going for here. In case you're not seeing it, I'm going for a newspaper excerpt type design. So hopefully it's looking like that. For each of these shirts, I'm trying to go with 3 very distinct styles. And after I design all of them, I'm going to show them to my very judgmental friends, and whichever one they say is their favorite, I will buy. Okay, hear me out. I had to think about this overnight. I let it sit and resonate with me, the design. And to be honest, I am still happy with the design. I think it looks good, but I'm actually going to put it on the back. I like large graphics on the back of the shirt personally. So now we have blank space on the front. So I found my favorite cursive handwriting font and I put down intolerance is weakness. This is Hassan, and this was him the day after he got detained by ICE, and I really like his shirt. On Tapstitch, there were only 2 shirts remotely similar to the one he's wearing there. But even if there were similar shirts, the design I want to do is too complex for a standard print shop. So I pulled up Photoshop and I grabbed a crop button-down shirt off of Google, and I started designing it. I first grabbed the chicken tender and then grabbed some dipping sauce. So I was planning on keeping it black and white, but then I was like, actually, I need a little bit of color. So the top chicken tender is red, like it's been dipped in sriracha or something, and then my drops of dipping sauce, one of them is mustard, one of them is ranch, and one of them is ketchup. I also threw an Among Us chicken nugget on the other side of the shirt, and yeah. Now is the time to tell you about the final shirt I have purchased. Actually, I'm just kidding. I didn't purchase a 3rd shirt. I had this idea for this video about 2 months ago where it felt like everywhere I looked, 3-year-old boys were wearing this one specific shirt. And I hated it so much. So that was the whole reason I went to Five Below, and then it turns out they didn't even have the shirt. They were out of stock. And then I checked Amazon and the cheapest one I could get was like 20 bucks. Now I'm not paying 20 bucks for a children's shirt that I'm never gonna wear. So alas, here it is. This is the shirt. So you already know the drill, let's redesign it. So for this one, I wanted a more creepy ghetto vibe. So I got a picture of an old box TV in the dark. I put paused vertically on the picture, and then I grabbed a red box version of the new Super Mario Bros. Wii edition, and then I laid it on the floor in the corner of the picture. My plan was for a large box graphic on a hoodie, however none of the hoodies here printed large in the front, so I settled with just a crew neck. So now it's time to send these designs to my friends and see what they think. Okay, I may have broken a finger, I also may have jammed it, not exactly sure. Can you move it? I can't bend it much at all. IDK, I'm going to an urgent care place. Damn, that's crazy. But also, very important question. Which design is your favorite? 1, 2, or 3? Also, Brayden, how did you hurt your finger? And I sent that exact same thing, give or take, to a couple other people, and here are their responses. I would wear the first one because it's hilarious and relatable, but I'd unironically wear the last one. I like the first one best. Also, we for sure can get lunch sometime. Let's go! Connor, these designs are awful. Connor, I hate to say it, but I kind of have to agree. But then, 2 is tough. Dude, that chicken one is peak. 2, to be honest. 2 is kind of fire, not gonna lie. But like, why lol? Well, I can't have a shop print number 2, so let's get to work. So I went over to my grandparents' house to use their embroidery machine. Embroidery is one of my favorite things to do. It always turns out so clean, and it oftentimes makes clothes seem more expensive than they are. When it comes to designing and actually making clothes, I still think of myself as a novice. If it weren't for my grandma, I would have no idea where to start. Embroidery is the one thing that I have a good handle on, and since this machine has a lot of tech built into it, I can handle it pretty well. I'd say the hardest thing I've done so far is made this trench coat right here, or a pea coat is what my mom calls it. And it was hard, but it turned out super nice. And it saves you a ton of money too. At least as long as you can find a machine to use, because these machines are super expensive and are only really worth it if you're making a ton of clothes like my grandma does. But yeah, we're about done here. I hope you found this satisfying. I love watching the embroidery machine work. And also, quick side note, I changed the Among Us chicken nugget to a Coke bottle. So I'm sorry if you were attached to that in any way. So now, there's one more thing left to do. It's not perfect. The spacing between here and here I wish was a little shorter. I wish these graphics weren't so far on the side. Dang. I'm here at Walmart and I found the shirt.
Thank you all for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed already, you gotta subscribe to make sure you get these awesome videos coming your way. And make sure to turn on those notifications. And that's it. Peace.